Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the quarantine kitchen. Today I have you on landscape because the internet told me that is the better way to film videos. So that's something I learned in quarantine. So we're doing great. You can see now our cluttery fridge. So, you know, we're just real people living real lives. I'm here by myself. Everybody's at work or attempting to work or trying to figure out what that looks like now. But I'm hungry and it's like mid-morning. I have already had a conference call and done some work, but I thought I would make you one of my favorite kind of quick breakfasts, which is an egg in a basket. And what is a basket, you might say? It's just some bread with a hole in it. I have a thick sourdough bread that I've sliced, but if you've just got some sandwich bread, it will work just fine. Just make sure the hole is big enough to hold the egg. So we'll get started on that here in a second. Just some fun updates. I ordered a tripod, so pretty soon, if eventually Amazon can deliver it, we'll have that. So things are just moving onward and upward here in the quarantine kitchen. I've got my coffee in my 90s Beauty and the Beast mug, so it's going really well. This is just some coffee I made. It's called the Highlander Grog Blend. I got it on Amazon from a brand called Cameron's. It's really good. It's a light roast. It's like a butterscotchy sort of situation with a little milk. It's good. Oh look, only half my head. So we're gonna get started. I'm using today a cast iron skillet because I have it, but if you don't, just use any sort of pan that's flat on the bottom and gets hot, you know. Little trick for you. Anytime, we're gonna add butter to this pan, but hang on, let me put my coffee down so I can talk with both hands. So anytime we're gonna heat up a pan on the stove, particularly if we're gonna add fat to it, we want the pan to be hot before we add our oil, our butter, bacon fat, all that good stuff. So we're gonna let the pan get hot. We do this because the smoke point, which is the point at which oil or butter starts to burn, is significantly lower than the heat that we need our pan to get. So we don't want our oils to start burning before we've even put any food in it. So I've turned it on to about a medium high. It's gonna take a few minutes to warm up. So while we do that, I've got 2 pieces of sourdough bread because I like it. And even in the quarantine kitchen, I like fancy bread. I got it at Sprouts. So if you're looking for a place, they still have bread. Good to know. I have 2 eggs. 1, 2. And a little bit of cheese and a little bit of ham. And that's pretty much it. A little salt, a little pepper. And it's a pretty easy little quick breakfast. You could do it for lunch. I like it all times of the day. So while we wait for our pan to get hot, I'm really just going to take a paring knife. If you've got a cookie cutter or a round circle thing, use that. But I'm just really going to cut out a big cavern in the middle. Big hole in the middle of my bread, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. You can use your hands to scoop it out. This is just, however you feel like doing. So now I've got bread with a hole in it. Hey! I'm gonna do the same thing with my other piece. And you might say, but Katie, what do you do with the part in the middle? Well, it's a snack because cooking is difficult. No, it's not difficult. You're just working hard, so you earned it. Let's go. The way we know our pan is hot is that we can kind of hold our hand over it for like 2 seconds or less before we go, ooh, it's hot. But I can hold my hand over it for quite a while, so we've got a ways to go. Does anybody like to dance in the kitchen? Because I do. Maybe I'll find some music I can play over this. I'm still learning now. I'm doing this in iMovie because I'm 32 and I'm not a very good millennial. And computers are hard. But sometimes I just like to dance while I'm waiting. Oh look, we got a little smoke. We're getting there. Hot pan. Ah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some butter. We're just gonna coat our pan pretty good with some butter. We don't want it swimming in it, and we want to save a little bit for when we flip, so I'm gonna take it out. Then I'm gonna add my 2 pieces of bread. Then I'm gonna crack some eggs. Trick for cracking eggs, always on a flat surface. If you crack it on the edge of something, like if I was gonna crack it on here, I run the risk of having the shell pierce the yolk. Now I don't mind the eggs with the yolk and the white separate, but if that freaks you out or your kids don't like it very much, you can scramble these ahead of time. You know, mix them up and then put the whole mixture in here like that, and so it's a whole egg instead of the, egg and the white. So to that, I'm gonna add a little ham, kind of shove it down in there. Shoving. And then I'm going to season it with a little salt, little pepper. Guys, something terrible happened and the phone rang and the phone fell and it was just carnage. So I've already finished this. Didn't realize that it stopped filming. But anyway, I flipped them. I added cheese on top. Let it kind of hang out a little more. I added the rest of the butter to the pan so that the underside of the bread could get nice and toasty and crispy. And then you're done. Feel free to have a little fun with this. I'm not sure if that part got caught into this video. You can add some veggies and a different kind of meat, or not add anything and just do the eggs and turn it into, if you do like a thin piece of bread, you could turn it into a little like breakfast sandwich, and then do the eggs and bread and then cheese and meat on the inside, or however you like, a little bacon, a little whatever. Just have some fun, use what you've got on hand, and be a little creative. So we're gonna throw this guy on a plate that it's already been on the plate. I already had plated it. So, my plates aren't this dirty, really. This has just already happened. I'm just doing it again. That's life. So that's it. We've got our eggs in a basket. It's super good. Looks a little weird. Tastes like a dream. So make yourself some little eggies and let me know. Happy cooking.